Welcome to IDA's video channel. In this video, I'll show you how to mask the labels and provide the information that the details are shown in another drawing. Because in this situation where I have a pipe bridge, there is nothing I can do to clean it up because it simply doesn't fit in. So I decided that I will rather provide a different drawing where I will use a different scale. For example, if I change the scale to 1 in 100, let me zoom in closer. I can probably fit it beautifully. I think this can work very well because those labels can be moved easily. This is readable, so this can work quite well, and I can move this label a little bit to the left, so all is nice and clean. But I can't change the scale for the entire profile view. I will do it only for the portion of the profile view. I will make a copy of this profile view. I will select just the grid, and then I make a copy, normal AutoCAD copy. So it copies the profile view. Then I only want to display this portion. Let me check the chainage, probably from chainage 600 to 640. Let me do that. I select profile view and then I go to profile view properties. Then under the stations, I will go and use user specified range from 600 to 640. Okay. Then I will go to my sheet A0. Let me zoom extends. And I will zoom in. Let me change the scale to 1 in 100. And let's say again, because it disappeared, I will use a scale 1 in 100. And let me zoom out a bit. So I need to position it nicely. So if I position it in, you can see that although the model scale is 1 in 500, the paper space can be something different. And you can see the labels are easily readable. I need to adjust profile view height because I can't see the object. So I'm going to select profile view. I go to profile view properties. I can do it in a model space or in a paper space. And then under the elevations, I will go from 5 meters to 10 meters. Okay. And this is the result. So I have a profile view which nicely fits in and all the values are readable. Now I need to switch off those profiles if I don't want to see them. This is more about the planned production, but let me quickly show you how to do that. I can go to profile view properties and then I can go to profiles, turn them off if I don't want to display them, but that will be covered in a planned production. And then one thing which is a little bit incorrect is the horizontal and vertical scale, because Civil 3D reads the information from the model space, not from the paper space, and that's why this is incorrect. So I need to fix that. Let me go back to model space. And I have two options. I can add a mask and put the text in, or I can create a new profile view style, which will have those values hard-coded. Let me show you that option. I go to profile view properties. Then I go to information tab. I will make a copy of this band set. This is a band set 3, and I will call it 1_100_20 because this is a vertical exaggeration. It might look a little bit weird, but it is 1 in 120. So this is a new style, and I need to change the annotation. So I go to title annotation, and on the left hand side there are scales. I go to that. By the way, you can click which axis title you want to modify, and the scales are on the left axis. I'm going to this icon, and for the horizontal scale I will use 1 in 100, for the vertical scale 1 in 20. So these are hard-coded values, which means they don't read information from the profile view. So you should be careful when you're using it, because you must make sure that it is used only for those specific profile views. And that's done. If I go to model space, it looks correct. Let me go back to model space because I need to mask this area. How can I do that? One option is just to draw a polyline. I will use a different color. I want that area to be a little bit thicker, so I'm going to use a cyan color, because in IDA CTB files, cyan is printed with 0.5 millimeters line thickness. Let me draw a rectangle, and then I'll do it by eye very quickly like this. And this should be fine. I cannot snap at the bottom of the profile view for whatever reason, but I will do it by eye for now. Then I will use a wipe out. I will select the polyline option You can see in a command line. So I select polyline. And then do I want to erase polyline? Yes, I want. I don't need that polyline anymore. And I wipe out that area. I will add a text. So I use a DT for dynamic text. I specify the location. As a height, I will use 1.75 because this is in a scale 1 in 500. Enter. And then as a rotation, 90 degrees. And the text, C drawing 1, 2, 3 for details. Enter, enter. And this is the result. If I go to layout, let me create a new layout. I will make a copy, create a copy, and I will go there and I will display this profile view, but I will change the scale to 1 in 500 because obviously for a scale 1 in 100, it doesn't look right. Let me regenerate the view and let me zoom out. And this is what it's going to look like. So there's a C drawing 1, 2, 3, 4 details. Those levels are masked. It looks nice and clean. And if the user goes to that other drawing 1, 2, 3, I should actually call it 1, 2, 3. Then the details are here. Obviously, this is very roughly done, but it gives you an idea how to deal with those very dense labels. And if it happens that it still display labels, just regenerate your view and it will refresh and it will disappear those values.